Right, this week is a revision of Google Tasks. It's something that I've shown staff in staff meeting and in the TA training as well in the last kind of 12 months or so. But it's something that you might have forgotten about possibly. I know many of you are using this all the time, so if that's the case, then you can skip this video altogether. But just a bit of revision on how to use it. So I'm currently in the Gmail in the example accounts of the emails, and you can see down the side here we've got a few options. One of them has a tick box and it says tasks. So if I'm going to press into that, it will open up my to-do list. This one was one I put together when I was doing the TA training. So that's now completed. So let's create a new list. So I'm pressing on here, create new list. And we'll just put in Google Tasks tutorial. Okay, so now I can add tasks, and when I press add tasks, we get the new kind of tick box, and we can type in what the task is going to be. So I'm going to put complete video, and once I've finished, I can tick that off. If I add another task, say for example, you see an email from the office that said, "Oh, can you speak to such and such a parent about the after school club?" Then you could put call Mrs. and then whatever her name is. Okay. Now, once you've done these tasks, if I press tick, a line goes through and it disappears. Then if you think, oh, actually, no, I didn't mean to do that, if you're quick, it says undo there to undo. If you're not quick, like I wasn't, you can go to this completed, and it shows you this is the one that's been done. If I untick that, it'll pop back up here. Okay. Now, if I close my Google Tasks down and then open it up again, we're straight back into that to-do list. If I go onto Google Drive, you can see that I've still got those options. I can see my tasks. If I go to my Google Tasks tutorial, there it is. If I'm on Google Docs or Google Sheets or Google Slides or anything Google app related, then I can see those options. When I press onto it, it will take me into my Google Tasks. Okay. But one other thing that's really clever that you can do with this is if I go into an email, so I threw this email together from the football account, and I mean, there's not nothing, it's not real, but it's just to show an example. When I go into my emails, along the top, we've got some options, one of which being a tick with a plus. Obviously, that tick correlates with the Google Task symbol. If I press add to tasks, it will automatically drop into the Google Tasks. Now, where this comes in really useful is if, I mean, it's not a great example here because I've only got one email, but in our normal email accounts, we know how many emails we get through on a day-to-day basis. Say if I know that's not a priority, but I need to do it later in the week or in a couple of weeks' time, if I add it to my tasks, then it will not only stay there as a reminder, but it will also have a link to the email. Okay, let's just try something. It might work, it might not. Let's go into Google Docs. I've now closed my Gmail tab. You can see it's there. If I press onto it, it will open up a new tab into my emails, and there we go. It opens up straight to the email. Okay. Now, let's wait for that to load. As you saw, I had two task lists. There we go. So I've got my two tasks. There's not, as far as I'm aware, a limit to how many lists you can create. So it shows you that I'm ticked on Google Task Tutorial. You automatically have this one, My Tasks, that comes up. So you might only ever need to use that one. But if you had different ones for different things, if you're, I don't know, in the English team or maths team, you might have a list of English priorities and maths priorities that can get added to that, and so on. You also, if I press onto these on here, so you see that says Google Classroom checking everyone is online. I can move that to my Google Task Tutorial just by simply clicking. Disappears from there, and it's gone onto here. Okay, there it is. And press into here, I can rename it. I can sort it by the dates that I've added them. I can sort by my order. What that means is, it's these little lines, I showed, in fact, yes, there, I can drag and drop them into whatever order I want them to be. And as I said, I can have as many lists as I want. Same thing, if I click on the dots, I can move them into different orders. Okay, so if you've got lots of lists, then that's easy to change them around the order of them. Okay, so that was just a little bit of a reminder of Google Tasks. Let's close that down for a moment. It's that little tick there. And to add things in your email, it's that tick there as well. Okay, that's it for now.